Brothers and sisters, once again, we back. You know what I'm saying? We in this thing, brothers and sisters. Injury to one. Oh. Let me make sure y'all see this. Injury to one. You know what I'm saying? I am your host, Dezo. Brother, introduce yourself and your plug.
David Gonzalez, 9422.
You hear that? That sounds like some wisdom right there. You know what I'm talking about? That's a 4 digit like mine, but you feel me? He in that thing. Local 34, right?
Yes, sir. President, Local 34.
Presidential. Y'all see what's up, man. Injury to one. What we do here is we come here and we put our tools on the table, which his tools is in between his ears. You know what I'm talking about? That was a hell of a. I love it when you said that. We put our tools on the table. Y'all know it's about 70 or so locals in the ILWU. Come sit down, y'all. We gonna do this. And this is a welcoming environment. And we in here and we just gonna talk it out. So thank you for your time. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for all that, man. I appreciate that. Uh, can you
Honored to be here.
can you tell me why did you want to be a member of the ILWU?
I was already working on the waterfront,
Mhm.
and one of the guys who used to be on the executive board for Local 10,
Okay.
Steve Fighton, used to talk with me over at Pier 96
Mhm.
in the city. We don't even work anymore, but over at Pier 96, I was working with the Machinist Union,
Mhm.
and he used to tell me I need to come into Local 10 to be a business agent. And then they had to sign up in '99,
Mhm.
and I put my name in, and I was one of the first 100 people called.
Wow. One of the first 100 people called?
Yeah.
Now that's crazy. So my dad was in that same line. I don't know like how far back or whatever he was, but to be one of the first 100, man, that's a beautiful thing because I know in 2017 when they got to put in the names, and that's when my name got put in. Shit, I on the sequence, I was like 25, 23, so like 2,500,
Right,
and
right.
yeah, so I was way out there. So you being one of the first 100, that's
Yeah, we were lucky. Before us, there was some people that used to sit in the hall for weeks and months at a time and not get a job.
right.
And when my group came in, we worked all we wanted,
Man,
literally, day,
that's
night, all on the weekends, whenever.
that was a good time on the waterfront. I feel like um it's a lot of people in there that some stories is 8 years, 9 years as a casual, and some stories is like yours, like 6 months.
Five
Or
months, got my
I know some people that said, when the good timing that they came in, they was like, okay, well, shit, I was a casual for 50 hours. Like they wasn't even because of whenever the hiring was, they came in at the perfect time. I've been there for 2 years. Um, I have seen my brothers and sisters get elevated, so that's a beautiful thing. But like I said, my dad got me in here, so I know exactly. I feel like the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. So
it's there.
that and that's how I feel about it. I love this place. The ILWU uh make me feel like family for real. Like uh I don't gotta know who you is, you know what I'm saying, Mr. Dave? Like I don't you still my brother, you know what I'm saying? Because we up under this ILWU stuff, and it's like if I see you no matter where I see you at, we still family.
Right.
We got a bond, like.
Yeah, one day I was driving down the freeway taking my daughter to her basketball game,
Mm.
and I seen a brother on the side of the road with his car broke down, the hood up, and I recognized him from the hall, and I didn't know him from nobody.
But you
And I stopped.
recognized him.
I stopped. He was going to be late for his job in Redwood City. I picked him up, put him in the car with me and my daughter, took him to his job, and went on about my business because that's what we're supposed to do.
That is, you're right. That's part our guiding principles. Some is yeah. You see your brother in need or your sister in need, and we supposed to help each other. And I think that's one of the things that like we definitely have to get. Stuff happens. where things may be, askew or whatever, but that's the type of thing that will get us back together. So I appreciate that story, and I appreciate you as a whole because you came from local 10, now the president of local 34, and and the first president of both, right?
Yes.
And so that's an accomplishment that somebody in my position, somebody in one of my brothers or sisters positions, that we sitting in the hall, that we know that can be obtained. We know that if you just keep your nose to the grind, and you keep your head down, and you know what I'm saying, and stay hungry, because
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure after you start getting your pay, is like you could have done whatever.
It becomes, it's not a job, it becomes a lifestyle.
Yes.
You
Yes,
know,
yes, yes.
Philippe Riley taught me that when we were casuals. He told us that, and it stuck. And it really is. Sometimes you go to the hall. A couple of times I went to the hall just to pick up my check,
Uh-huh.
and jobs come down,
Right.
and there's nobody in the hall, and I would pick up me and my partner. I was just there to pick him up.
Right.
But the jobs come down, and you just got that itch, and you go. You
Yeah.
know, all of a sudden I'm picking up 4 lashing jobs because the hall is empty,
Right.
and we go and knock that stuff out.
And get it done. Get it
Yeah.
done. I appreciate that for real. So my first question. So looking back at your time as a longshoreman, member of local 10, and now a member of local 34, can you tell me one pivotal moment that fundamentally changed your thinking about solidarity, if your understanding of solidarity? What
Nothing.
moment?
I got to tell you the truth. My grandfather put that in me a long time ago.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
he worked as a carpenter.
Uh-huh.
He helped build the airport,
Okay.
the San Francisco airport, and back in the day, he helped on the Golden Gate Bridge.
Oh,
And,
okay.
and
Okay.
so he talked to me about that stuff, and the sufferings that comes with it. It's not
Mm.
all joy.
Right.
There's suffering that comes with it.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things was in San Francisco, there's a movie theater used to be out on Geary
Mm-hmm.
and Arguello, and they went on strike. And it was the best movie house in town,
They
the
went on
best sound
strike.
system. When The Godfather came out that long
Okay.
ago, The
Right.
Godfather came out. That's where it was. Big movie would come out. That's where it was. But they
Okay.
were on strike, so that's not where we were. We couldn't participate.
Right.
You know,
Don't
and
cross the picket line.
so there's certain sacrifices you make to do the right thing. You know,
Yeah. No, that's
and
true.
and so there was no awakening moment for me.
Okay.
Uh, as somebody who tries my best to represent the workers,
Uh-huh.
the joy in that is helping good people,
Right.
helping their families.
Uh-huh.
You know,
Uh-huh. Yeah, nah. I can definitely understand that, because I think that one of the things about myself, like I said, my dad, he came in at the same time as you. He brought me to Bloody Thursday. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah,
He
yeah,
brought me to meetings. He brought me to the hall to see what they were doing down there. You know what I'm saying? He brought me to see their lifestyle. Now, like you said, back then he worked a lot. So even when he was an un-ID, he was working. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? But the old timers, I feel like back then, were a lot more connected to the new people. You know what I'm saying? I think that when he was there, they might have knew that the casuals in there, they starving or something. They bring them pizza. They bring them. You know what I'm saying? They
Yes.
feed them. They
There's a boss right now, Kenny Washington. I
okay.
don't know if you know Kenny. When me and my partner Ernest Taylor, Big E, is a crane driver at SSA.
Okay.
When we got our B books,
Uh-huh.
one night we was lashing at one of them spots, and we went to eat at Mexicali Rose, which is now closed down. But we
Yes,
went
it
to
is.
Mexicali Rose, and Kenny showed up and paid for the meal. It was just the type of thing that you do. You paying it forward,
Right.
you keeping it strong and live. And
Yes.
and I've always felt that that's the type of thing that's it's not that big a deal
Right.
to a man who's got it,
Right.
but it's a big deal
To a person.
to for the other people. Not just about buying them a meal; it's about to make them feel included. That
Yes.
family thing that's there,
Yes.
because I already had another job.
Right.
Ernie had another job. He worked for Caltrans, so we
Mm-hmm.
had good jobs, but we were doing this because we wanted to stay
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and just being inclusive, pulling people in,
Mm-hmm.
and I
Mm-hmm.
always remember Kenny did that.
I definitely, like you said, I definitely, this thing is a lifestyle. It's more than just, it's more than just a job. It's more than just seeing your coworkers. And for a person to come in and pay for all of y'all food, you know what I'm saying? And it don't be no issue because they are including you guys into this thing of ours,
It's
into
all
this,
love. It's all
man,
love.
it's all cool. And to me, that was the one thing that really had me when Pops used to bring me down there. It's like it don't matter if you black, white, or otherwise. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Y'all all still hang.
that's a fact. The you be colorblind down there.
Right. Is
You
is
know, when I was in the army playing basketball, I'd come out of the gym and people say, you was in Georgia,
uh-huh.
right, where
Right. Right.
racist as it could be, and I'd come out of the gym and somebody would come up to me and say, you're the only person in there that wasn't black, and I'd be like, what are you talking about?
Right.
And I think about it. Okay, so the rest of you can't play ball. Don't
Right.
don't blame me. Ain't got nothing to do with what they was,
Yeah,
what anybody
yeah.
was. But that ain't got nothing to do with keeping everything tight.
Yeah, I think that's because though our industry, it doesn't matter if you are a clerk, a walking boss, or somebody that's lashing, it's dangerous for everybody. So I think that right there is something that just gotta connect us.
Right.
Cause I want to see you go home with all your fingers, toes, you know what I'm saying? Everything you got, everything you came with, I want to see you leave with. And that's how I feel about every aspect of the job. I want all the people that came, I want them to leave with all their faculties. I want them to leave. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I really care about them.
Yeah. Well, when I first was business agent for Local 10
Uh-huh.
in 2005,
Mm-hmm.
my third day on the job, brother died on the
Oh
ship
wow.
down in
Oh,
Redwood City.
sorry to hear that.
Yeah, and it was my third day, and the police tried to keep me out of the area, and I'm like, oh
Yeah,
no.
nah.
And the words I told them was, "That's my family. You can't keep me away from there."
Yeah.
And I hardly knew the man.
Right.
Bob Paget. I don't want to not say his name.
Right, right.
The man died on the ship.
R.I.P. Bob.
Yeah.
Man.
But it's all about everybody being safe. All these bad accidents we've had, people going in the water and
Mm-hmm.
everything else. You don't want that to happen,
No.
and you
No.
got to look out. If whatever we do for the best of us, we have to do for the worst of us. We got to pull everybody up,
Yes.
and whether they want to come along or not, we got to pull them up and pull them together.
Yeah. That's exactly what this is about, man. This is about all of us, all 70 locals and the international coming together as one because hey, we 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 cool by ourselves, but we a real unit when we together. So I for sure, man, that's exactly what I want. I want the solidarity to be there. So let me ask you this: considering the changes you've witnessed in the maritime industry within Local 10, Local 34, um, what do you think the biggest challenges are going to come for the next generation of longshoremen and clerks, and the role that the union, both our locals, are going to play in the negotiations?
The biggest issue that we have by far
Mm-hmm.
is is
Excuse me.
is the biggest issue we have by far is technology. It's what they're coming at us with, and there's really it's like an avalanche.
Hmm.
It's coming at us, and people need to understand. We have a technology committee
Mm-hmm.
that I'm a basically substitute
Okay.
because I didn't want to be the main guy on it because it takes up so much time, and you always feel like it's a losing battle.
Okay.
And like this month, I have to go on 6 different days. I have to go out of town to
Mm-hmm.
go to meetings
Mm-hmm.
about technology,
Okay.
and I still have my local to take care of. I still have
Right.
my members that I have to service. You
Uh-huh.
know, um, so technology, they're always replacing superintendents on the job.
Mm-hmm.
When since last year, when I became the president, this time I was
Mm-hmm.
president for 3 years before,
Okay.
but this time I had to deal with in less than 2 years,
Mm-hmm.
maybe 8 different people across the table from me because they play musical chairs with switching people up all the time.
Okay.
And this person says, "Oh, I don't know
What?
that he did that," and they keep playing, you
Yeah.
know,
Yeah. Giving you the runaround.
what do they call it, whack-a-mole, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then on top of that, the port has technology of its own. Like
Yes.
when you drive into the port, you see the signs and tell you what the waiting time is at different terminals.
Right.
None of that is their work. None of that is their job. They're giving people access to appointments through different programs on the internet,
Okay.
different apps, and the work that they're doing is work that traditionally was done by clerks.
Okay.
When you walk into, have you ever had a kitchen job yet?
Kitchen?
They call it kitchen, where
Hmm.
they got the headpiece on. They're talking to the truck drivers when they're coming in the gate. The
Nah.
clerks do that.
Is that like because I have been a clerk. I've been a supervisor before. I've never been a basic, so I don't know. I've been a
Okay.
supervisor
Well, no,
working on
it's a
translators.
supervisor job, but
Okay.
it's inside, and when the drivers are coming in,
Okay.
they talk to a clerk.
Okay.
Well, the way that it used to be, if there was any issue with their stuff,
Uh-huh.
the clerk would pick up a telephone right there and call the trucking company.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Right.
As it evolved, they've eliminated the telephones now because they have computers,
Mm-hmm.
and they use an app to do basically our work. They have the trucking outfit setting up their appointment without the use of a clerk,
Mm-hmm.
all right, which is a jurisdictional problem
Right.
with our work. Then we find out about it and we confront them, and they say, "Oh, we're not using that app anymore," but they won't tell us what app they've gone to. They go on to the next one, and they
Right.
keep switching on us. And it's supposed to play like gotcha, you know. So we
Right.
find out, we say, "Look, we know you're doing this on this app."
Mm-hmm.
They say, "Oh, we don't use that app no more," and they try to push it off to the side,
Uh-huh.
but they don't want to tell us what app they are using.
Right.
Then we catch that app. Oh, we don't use that app no
Now
more,
they done
and now they
switched
have
up.
moved on to the next. And this has happened so many times, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And they've got so many different people that show up to the meetings representing them
Mm-hmm.
that don't know what the hell they're doing. They've had, I went to a meeting in LA at Local 63 with the
Mm-hmm.
technology committee
Mm-hmm.
about an issue that had been being talked about for over a year.
Uh-huh.
And they had different meetings. We go to this meeting, and we're sitting across from 6 people.
Right.
And this is not on a brand new issue.
Okay.
And they're supposed to know what we're talking about.
Right.
None of them, not one, had been to a technology meeting before,
Uh-huh.
nor did they know the
What was
subject we was going to talk about. They didn't know, so it's like they're wasting our time. We're
Right.
chasing ghosts all over the place,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and we're not Ghostbusters.
Right. Right.
So the The unfortunate thing is eventually we're gonna have, like you talked about, negotiations and stuff on the next
Right.
agreement.
Yes.
Eventually, we're gonna have to do the only thing that works with these employers, and that's
Stop working.
stop the work
Right.
until they get it right,
Hmm.
because they don't really care to comply with what's been signed, everything in that book.
Right.
Somebody above the people I talking with every day,
Uh,
somebody above them made those decisions.
yeah.
But then these people want to not abide by it. They want to say, "Oh yeah, yeah, well that's we don't do that anymore," and
Right.
it's BS. It's just not true.
True.
And
Right.
then depending on the size of the port, because I also represent the guys out in Stockton and Sacramento.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
There's a couple companies out there, SSA and Metro. I'll say them by name.
Hmm.
They're constantly battling each other to get a contract with a company
Uh-huh.
that's moving whatever commodity or cargo, right?
Hmm.
And the only way they're going to win from the other company is to do it for less.
Right.
And the way that they want to do it is to eliminate manpower. I can do it with one less longshoreman. I can do it with one less clerk. I can do it with one less machine operator, whatever.
Right.
And that's what they do. So, and then they come to us and they want concessionary bargaining from us. I tell them, no, it's in that book.
Right.
Somebody already made this agreement,
Yes.
you know. But the fear is these small ports can't sustain themselves. Like Sacramento is on the verge of having to close down. They've only got one stevedore out there now, and they've got limited commodities, stuff that they can move, and the city council is trying to push them out.
Mm.
So you have to know when you can go hard at something and when you got to back up a little bit and try and keep that work there.
Right.
So then you try and keep that work there, and then they encroach more into your territory, into what's ours, and try and act like, oh, well, we're doing it for this, when that's not the real truth. They're doing it to get a better foothold against our jurisdiction. And everybody doesn't see the whole picture. So they're battling like, well, we're supposed to have this. Well, we want to keep the place open, so we back up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I understand. But then the company will jump over and try and do something with that worker. You know?
Right.
So it's a constant battle with the BS. You know, first they got people that have no idea what they're doing in this industry. Some of them are lawyers, or they've been to the Maritime Academy over here in Vallejo, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So they learn stuff in books, but it's like you went to high school, you didn't learn how to survive in the street.
Right. You gotta apply it.
And we're out on the docks. That's by comparison, that's the streets.
Right.
And you can't bring that
book
only stuff
right.
out here in the street, because you ain't gonna survive.
No, not at all.
I'm not gonna let it happen.
Not at all.
You know, and that's why we need to be strong and keep each other tight.
Yes.
Stuff, and that's another reason about the solidarity. People need to understand what's actually going on with their jobs, because there's so much more in the background that the everyday worker, not that they don't understand, it's they never been given the opportunity at understanding it. And they just think, oh, we're local 10, we're strong, we can do all of this, we can do all of that. You can do that if you have a better understanding. And there's no way to go through all of that, have an understanding of stuff that you ain't never been educated on. You ain't never even talked about it. Some of the things I say today, maybe things that people are gonna be like, what the hell is he talking about?
Right.
He don't know what he's talking about, but I'm in them rooms.
Yeah. And you gotta just look it up.
I'm on the international executive board. I'm the president of my local. I go to I go to all of my meetings. I go to all of that stuff. There's no way I can't know.
Right.
But if you don't ever attend, or you think, oh man, I ain't going to the meeting, all of this stuff is going on and they're talking about this and that, you have to go. You have to go, because that's your livelihood, that's your family.
For real.
And if you don't go, that's where we lose it. People don't participate. Apathy is the biggest problem with any organization. It's when people think that everybody else is taking care of it, I don't need to do it, or I don't care, whatever, right?
And so that's my thing. Like, when I asked that question about the negotiations and stuff and what do we think it's going to be, I think that that's exactly what it is. It's we have to get on each other because yeah, the automation and all that stuff, yeah, it's coming. We need to get the language and this and that, but we need to get us on one accord so we can go in there like this and 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 if we have to stop working or if we have to withhold or we'll be together, we'll be as one. So I think that that question is on us. It's on we. It's on togetherness. It's on solidarity. It's on who's gonna stand out there. And I know I'm gonna be out there because, like I said, I've been indoctrinated or whatever you want to call it with this.
That's the word.
And so I'm in here. I'm 100%. I got a son, 8 months old, and not to say that this is what I want him to do, but I want it to be an option. If I have other kids, if he have kids,
for sure,
whatever, I want it to be there. So I know that us being on one accord is what's gonna make our union be stronger.
It's the only way we're gonna be able to fight.
And that's what I feel about the negotiations. I feel us. We gotta put our foot down on them. I mean, you know.
In 2002 when we got locked out, I brought my kids out.
Okay.
Okay. Also with the ILA stuff on the East Coast when they went on strike, I went out there to support them, spoke to the crowds of people. I went to 5 different spots, just in New Jersey.
Right.
And it was over 1,000 people.
Okay.
At each one of them.
Right.
And I'm over here from the West Coast talking to them.
Right.
And it was good. And some people had their kids. Matter of fact, I shouted them out at one of the times I was speaking. I said, this is what unionism is all about. Get your kids out here.
Yeah.
Let them see what the real struggle is.
For real.
Let them understand, that all of these people are trying to work.
Right.
And the company's trying to make 15 more cents off of each one of them. Every time they come up with some bullshit, with some stuff.
Right.
They, that's what's happening. You're right. People need the exposure. If they don't get exposed to it, you ain't gonna die from malaria if you ain't exposed to it.
Right. Yes.
And you ain't gonna step up your game if you ain't exposed to something better.
True.
You have to see where you're trying to get.
And that's my whole thing with this. I like I said, okay, so you say 29 locals, right? Let me tell you where I get my number from. We have our Longshore division, we have our warehouse division, but we have several other entities that are a part of that.
Yeah, we got miners, we got plantation workers.
We got police, we have, you know what I'm saying? We have, yes, so the
ILW?
The Long Beach Port Police, local 60, I think it's 65 or something, 64. I'm sorry, y'all, getting y'all local wrong, but y'all know they're a part of us. They are ILWU. I called and talked to the vice president, Long Beach Port Police. They are ILWU.
Hold on. I don't know how this works with the thing. I don't want to say the wrong. The answer is no.
I mean, hey, you could say that.
I'm on the international executive board.
Hey, go talk to your international president. I just think that
I could call him up and get him on the phone right now.
Man, we want him to come sit down.
He'll take my call.
We want him to come sit down, but
no, we don't have no police.
Yeah, for sure we do.
And I'm gonna tell you why we don't.
I'm listening.
34, 38. Back in the day.
All
right. When all that went down, it wasn't average citizen shot an average citizen. It was police shot ILW supporters or Longshore supporters in the back. And that's when all them people died. 2 in each port, 2 up north, 2 down south, and 2 here. Okay? Those are people shot by the police. When I was president of Local 10, they came into the police came into the building trying to arrest one of our members.
Right.
And I turned them right around. I said, "You don't belong in there. It's a private," and it says it right on the door.
Yes.
The police don't belong in there.
They
So I'm
don't.
not trying to be negatory about the
Oh
police
yeah.
and bring up all the rest of that bullshit that, excuse me,
Nah, you
all the
good.
rest of the stuff that they do. But the fact of the matter is, there are no police locals in the ILWU. Now, there are security guards,
Right. Local
unarmed security
75.
guards. Yes,
Watchmen.
75, and we've got them at different places up and down the coast. But we don't have no police locals. So whoever told you that, however they told you that, I promise you, you can, when we're done, you can fact check it as much as you want. And we do have, I believe the number is 29 locals in the ILWU. That includes the miners. That includes the hotel workers in Hawaii, the plantation workers in Hawaii, the veterinarian places that
Mhm.
that we've connected with now. I'm trying to. We have people at the ILW Credit Union. I brought them into the union um, about 8 years ago, 7 years ago. We've got people in different industries, but we don't have no police.
Shout out to my man.
Policia no.
Shout out to my man's KB. He just went to Canada. I don't know if it was like young workers or something,
That's
but
exactly
he went
what it
to
was.
Canada, and he met some of the people from the ILWU that work in the. We have people that work in the movie industry. I didn't know that. People do animation or something. He was saying, but man, it's crazy because you know we talking about this, but I really want you to know that it's crazy, but those people are a part of us, and I damn sure I did the research because I thought it was counterproductive or counterintuitive to the union for that to be a part of it, but they said that entities are the locals have autonomy on who
All
they
the
bring
locals have
in,
autonomy.
and so that's
There may be
why they're a part
policemen.
of it.
There may be policemen in that local, which there ain't supposed to be, but there is no local of policemen. I don't know how else to explain it.
I don't. Hey, look.
I promise you, this year I could be wrong about everything, including my birthday, because I don't really remember it. Right? I was there, but they told me what day it was. But this year, I know.
I'm telling you, I actually talked to the president, right? To the president that was the president last year, and he gave me the information to the new president. I emailed them. They haven't hit me back yet, but when we got off the phone, he was like solidarity. And that kind of messed me up because I ain't never been solid with a cop.
When we go up to West Sacramento,
Uh-huh.
when we go to Stockton,
Uh-huh.
the police are the security guards.
Right.
But they are not ILWU.
Right. Yes. This is the only.
We can move on. I'm telling you.
Yeah. We can move on, but I'm just saying.
Stay stuck in the mud,
right? Because this is the only. I like this though. I like this talk. You know what I'm saying? Because me and you talking is telling our members, is telling our casuals, is telling our do your own research. It's telling them to go figure this out. We got an international. Me and you we are in the Bay Area. Our international is in San Francisco. You can go to there anytime, call them up, make sure they're there so they can open the doors. But they have information to every single local, to every single entity that's a part of the ILWU, and it's open to all y'all to do your own research. So me and him going back and forth about this is whatever. You can do your own research and come up with it. We are brothers. Brothers have different opinions sometimes, but this is my brother. I'm with him. I'm gonna stand on the front line with him, and he's gonna do the same with me. And that's what we trying to get y'all to know. Like, no matter what it is, we together. You know what I'm saying? I got his back to the fullest. And we've been around each other, but this is my first time actually being here, sitting with my brother, and it doesn't matter. We the same.
Yeah.
I got love for you. You know what I'm saying?
And
And
for you,
and I will say that's because of the fire my dad put into me. Like he said, bring your kids, bring your spouse, bring your whatever that you know what I'm saying? Because this thing is more than just people working together. It's more than just
it's that lifestyle.
yeah, it's more than just anything that you would think is normal for people that work together. We are really family. I really mess with all y'all. So, Port Police, if you see this, come sit down. Yeah, I know y'all kind of far away, but this seat is open for anybody that's a part of the ILWU. So, with that being said, brother, last question. So, beyond the tangibles, anything you could touch, beyond your wages, beyond your health care, you know what I'm saying? Tell us something positive that you can talk to the members of Local 34, Local 10, or all the members of any local that's in part of the ILWU. Something positive about the ILW that you could pass on to the next generation of longshoremen.
And I can say what's positive is the future.
Hmm.
Uh, the future is what's positive. Um, people need to go to the job
Mm-hmm.
and do their job,
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
most of the people do.
Right.
Almost all the people do. We, as officers in the union, we do 95% of our work for 5% of the people, or less, because the ones that are messing up are the ones that we have to do a lot of the work for.
Right.
Um, that's a very small, really small amount, but in a lot of people's eyes, it's like, oh, look at them guys, they're doing this again, they're doing that again. When in reality, it's a very small amount.
Right.
So for the future, people just show up and do their work. Like I said, most of the people show up and that's exactly what they do. And it's been that way throughout. A lot of times people like to say, oh, the old timers wouldn't have went, and that's not true. The old timers created a lot of the bullshit.
Right. Right.
Okay? A lot of the bosses, the older bosses that you have out there were some of the slickest dudes, and they're trying to tell everybody else, don't do this, don't do that, when they're the one invented it.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah.
And that's just the reality of it. But the future, what the ILW needs more than anything is for people to be involved. People to be involved.
Exactly.
I'm involved because I didn't like the way that I thought some things were going.
Right.
And I would like other people to think they need to be involved. Because when my kids were in elementary school, I was parent club president for a number of years.
Uh-huh.
Like 7 years or whatever. And whenever they had an assembly with all the kids, I would tell the parents, like a Christmas pageant or whatever they got going on, and all the parents are there, and as parent club president, the principal would say, Mr. Gonzalez, I want you to say something. So I would get up, and pretty much every time what I would do is tell the parents, you need to get more involved with your kids' education.
Okay.
Because if you're not, look who is.
Right.
So on the real, if you don't like what I'm doing,
reality though.
If you don't like what I'm doing, then step it up.
Right.
Come get involved yourself.
Yeah.
Don't be so apathetic. Don't depend on other people to do it. You need to go to your union meetings and understand that a lot of the BS that goes on can be stopped.
Right.
But you're the one who got to stop it. And they always depend on somebody else to do their groundwork. You got to dig in and say, look, we don't need this happening in our meeting, and we don't need this other stuff happening on the job. We need to stop protecting people that are doing wrong on the job. And I don't mean, turn them in. I mean, try to find a way to educate them on the harm they're doing to the group.
Right.
Because
the greater good.
If they can see that when they're lucid, when they got a good moment of clarity, they can see that, then maybe it'll make a difference. We got people that aren't happy with the union for different reasons.
Right.
And then they want to run to the government,
Mm.
to the NLRB. That's not what's going to bring us up.
No.
The government, especially right now with this orange dude in there, they want to see division in the union.
Yes.
They want to see, and the labor movement, I believe, is next on his target list. He's done other things that he said he was going to do. I believe he's going to come for labor unions, and if we're divided, we can't stand strong divided.
No.
We got to be united.
Yes.
And which that whole thing about that man, things he's doing with detaining people that are citizens, no criminal history, and all of this stuff, and then bringing the National Guard in, where there's cities with the crime rate is down. All of that stuff is union related, and I've told people about it. And at the last IEB that we had up in Seattle, I spoke on exactly that. And what I said was, because there's talk now of broadening our support of political candidates. They're talking about maybe it shouldn't all just be Democrats. Because they're not doing everything for us.
Right.
Well, my thought is this. If you're going to support a Republican candidate, which makes me sick to my stomach, but if you're going to do that, don't do it to get them in office.
Right.
Do it if they're in office and there's some big issue that you think they're going to support for you and you want to throw support at them, then that's the time to do it. But if you do it when they're running for office, you need to remember every time there's a big vote, they don't divide. They stay together, and they beat us by 2 votes all the time. Why are you going to give them more?
Right.
And then people are upset that Newsom wants to change the boundaries where people can vote. It's called gerrymandering. And they're doing that. He wants to do it here in California so that more Democrats will win.
Right.
And he's doing it in response
to what
Trump is doing in Texas.
Yes.
And they're going to get a few more seats in Texas. Well, he's saying that if he's going to do that, the only way to battle it, you fight fire with fire.
Seats, right.
Because we keep fighting like this, one hand tied behind our back. I'm not going to whoop on nobody like that. Well, maybe my kid. Because he'll let me.
But yeah.
But, people need to, that's the future, And while I got this this opportunity, I do want to say that I am very proud of my 3 kids.
Okay.
I got a lawyer. I got a daughter that decides what baby gets a heart transplant when there's a few of them, failing. And my son works for PG&E and he's got a very good job and takes care of his family well. And I just want to make sure I mention that. And that is because I've had union jobs for my whole adult life. Before ILW, I was in the Machinists Union.
Okay.
And I was raising my kids, and I stepped over into the ILW, and the benefits and the wages that a good union job provides outweighs what, in my mind, anyways, outweighs what some people do. Even the company people, they don't know if they got a job tomorrow. There's a dude that was working for them, went to law school. He was the other guy, another one of the guys across the table from me, arguing all the time. One day his boss didn't like him no more. Bye.
No union.
He don't have a job.
Right. No stores.
There've been about 4 people. 4 people that PMA has. I don't know all the details.
Right.
But I know these people had a job one day, and the next day they was on the way out the door, and they had nothing in their pocket to fight for them. They didn't have a contract.
Right.
They didn't have. They didn't have his book with them.
Right. Yes.
Where they could say, "Hey, you can't do that to me."
Right.
Safety book on this one, but the contract also.
Right.
They didn't have the support of a group, and that's what we need. It's back to the beginning with the solidarity.
Right.
People need to stand together, because if you don't, that's when you get run over.
And that's so the tangible stuff is cool, but that's exactly like you said. You got your 3 kids They doing stuff that you put them through school. You was still a dad. You was still around them. They still know you. I think that's one good thing about being a part of Local 10. Once you a member, you get to be flexible. You get to work here, there, still take care of your family, but be around, be there for them.
Yeah, and we all raise everybody's kids
That's
at that
great.
hall.
Yes.
Everybody used to bring their kids up in there.
Yeah.
Danielle, who's been sitting here
Yes.
forever, she has told me that your godson's doing this about her son,
Right.
and now he's going to college playing ball.
Yeah.
Right?
Grown up.
When her and Eric had him, I remember all of that, right?
Yeah.
And a lot of the ladies that have had their kids in the hall, Mecca and Princess and shit, she's gonna get mad. I don't remember her name, but Danica.
Yeah.
Her kids, all of them. They all Tavia, all their kids.
Right.
They come to the hall. I'd be out there playing with the kids,
Right.
spinning them around in circles, sliding them across the floor, whatever. Right,
man.
And it is family. It is family.
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't let nobody be picking up my kids and running them around like that.
In any old other environment, you ain't going to McDonald's. I mean, no disrespect to no other jobs. Excuse me, but I'm just saying we're not going there and having our kids and doing all this type of stuff together. And that's why I'm like, this is a hell of a place to be. This is a hell of an organization. This is look, y'all. Like I always say, I think that this is educational, inspirational. I appreciate you for your time, brother. Because one thing about it is, okay, I'm in Local 10, right? So I have access to the Local 10 people. And people be seeing it and I'll be showing them and they be like, well, it's all Local 10, it's all whatever. Brother, this is for the ILWU.
The hiring hall is the business.
Everybody, right. The hiring hall, I'm there. So I'm there. So yes, I have access to them. But any of the locals, now he says 29, I say 70 or so. But do your own research to find out. And
that's why I put it on there. I wasn't trying to.
Oh no. It ain't nothing. You ain't fronting nothing because that's educational. If you're right, I've been saying this or whatever, but I got my information from Gemini. So, and then I talked to Ed Ferris.
Ed Ferris is my guy.
And I talked to him about it, and he said about, you know what I'm saying? So I put all of those together, you feel me? And that's what we doing. And we gotta get Ed up in here. Tell Ed to come, you know what I'm saying?
Text Ed right now.
We gotta get Ed up in here because for real, he's from Local 10. He was the president, I think, or something.
He was.
And now he's the secretary treasurer of the international. I mean, whoever. Y'all, this is for you. This is your spot. Come here. Put your tools down. Come holler about it, y'all. And until next time, an injury to one
is an injury to all.
All right, y'all. Till next time. Yes, sir.
Brothers and sisters, remember to stay safe out there because an injury to one is an injury to all.